So hello everyone. Ta, dal, and tho. The tip of the tongue. If you can see these two postures and you see that the pronunciation, I talk about the light pronunciation and the heavy pronunciation. The light pronunciation, we have to talk about what letter would be light, what letter would be. There are three letters, ta, dal, and tho, and a pronunciation from the upper surface, the tip of the tongue. Although these three letters share some articulation points, each other has its own unique quality. Sifaat. Cover the letter of ta, dal, and tho. Okay. You have to, for example, like ta with ta, dal with dal, tho with taa. Articulation points of makhraj. The common articulation points. Look at these two both here. Okay, these three letters are articulation by place the upper surface of the tip of the tongue against the gum radius area. Radius area means that area. Okay, the direct behind the two upper front incisor. Upper front incisor means the two teeth blade area. That is the scissor, and you pronounce the tho, and another letter. If I talk about that key points, you have to see that the key points of these three letters. The first key point is the tongue touch the gum gently. The gum area, the tongue touch the gum gently area. Okay, gently touch. The second is, if you are a student, write down. Okay. Second is, the tongue must not to protrude between the teeth. What is protrude? Protrude मतलब आपने जो टिप है, टंग की टिप है, उसको अंदर धसाना नहीं है. ओके, प्रोट्यूट नहीं करना है. आपने उसको सही तरीके से प्रोनाउंस करना है, आपने सही तरीके से समझाना है, आपने सही तरीके से उसको बस जेंटली टच करना है. ओके. नंबर 3, if the tongue comes out between the teeth, the sound change into another letter is sa and dal. When you learn that sound like sa and dal, when you pronounce sa, then mistakenly people will say that da. Then the sa, it would be a dal. So that was a mistake. Okay. So that means if the tongue comes between two teeth, अगर जो आपकी टंग है वो दो दांतों के अंदर आ जाएगी, the sound change into another letter such as sa and dal. लिखे da. So the pronunciation would be wrong. Correct pronunciation technique दे रही हूँ आप लोगों को. How to pronounce correctly? Raise the tip of the tongue. आराम से अपनी टंग को ऊपर तक लेके जाएं. Touch the gum radius behind the area and are to behind upper front teeth. आराम से अपनी radius यानी गम एरिया को टिप ऑफ द टंग को टच करें. Keep the touch inside the mouth. याद रहे कि दांतों के ऊपर टच नहीं करना है, दांतों के पीछे टच करना है, माउथ के अंदर. ओके. और चौथी बात, साउंड को आराम से अदा करो. लाइक रिलीज द साउंड क्लियरली. अंडरस्टैंड. टीचर्स को टिप देने के लिए एक छोटी सी बात बोलूँगी. इमेजिन टैपिंग द डोर जेंटली, नॉट टू पुशिंग इट ओपन. द लेटर प्रोनाउंसिएशन डेफिनेशन आपको समझा रही हूँ. ता इज अ लेटर तरकीक. लेटर प्रोनाउंसिएशन फ्रॉम द कॉमन आर्टिकुलेशन पॉइंट्स. articulation points with a soft, clear release of sound. Characteristic would be light and whisper like slowly. मैं whisper के sound में आपने थोड़ा सा अदा करना है. कंट्रोल एयरिंग फ्लो यानी ज़्यादा एयर ड्रॉप नहीं करनी है. But you have to see the first posture and gently touch the gum area, your tongue, and the pronunciation it would be like da, lightly, softly, and clearly, or not too much air you would be flow. You have to pronounce it clearly, okay? So now, my dear, we will talk about the dal pronunciation. Dal pronunciation, it's also easy, but you have to focus the definition. What I'm telling to you, dal shares the same articulation points with the, but the voice letter, because dal is a voice letter. Dal. Even if you see the second posture, you have to see the tip of the tongue just to gently touch, but the pronunciation is full of voice. So you know that the dal pronunciation, it would be the second posture. And the sound stops completely before it is released. Characteristic जो होगा आपका pronunciation का, it would be light. Look at the second posture, my dear student and everyone. Voice जो होगी वो आपकी clear होनी चाहिए, और it will be clear your voice and clear stopping sound. Dal, dal, clear stopping sound. Now we will be talking about the to. So everyone, you look at that posture of to, and if you can see that clearly, that to is a heaviest pronunciation. It's from the tafkhim, greater posture, and the posture is the tongue adherent of the roof of the mouth when the pronunciation is fully strong. Okay. So the definition is to shares the same articulation points, but it is heavy tafkhim letter, friends. So my friends, while pronouncing it, rise the back of the tongue. You have to see this posture clearly, okay? If you see this posture clearly, you have to rise the back of the tongue and allow the tongue to become broader. Means you have to perceive a deep, powerful sound. Okay, a deep, powerful sound like to, tafkhim. What is tafkhim? I also talk about many times. Tafkhim means the letter full of sound of heaviness. Heavy by rising the back of the tongue and towards the roof of the mouth. So heavy letter like back of the tongue up is equal to heavy sound. Okay, everyone? Compression. So compression about dal, ta and to. जब हम इन दोनों को compete करते हैं तीन letters को, so we have to see that ta is a whispered light, to dal is a voice letter, to is a full of heavy letter, my dear friends. And we talk about common mistakes. Letting the tongue come outside the teeth. Open the mouth. Open the mouth too wide when saying to. That is a mistake. Reading to like that also mistake. Rising to, rising the back of the side, thought to, using too much force to the. Practice the, do. And for I was talking about the, do, to, do. Some professional teacher also talking about to, do, tan, tin, tun, do, ta, ti, and another type of practicing. So I'm not talking about the practicing material, I'm talking about the pronunciation wise. So just talking about the subjective material, my dear friends. So my dear friends, this group is a huruful nuti'a, that is elevated our area above the gum. Okay, teacher's note. Watch the student tongue position. जब भी स्टूडेंट आपके पढ़ रहे होंगे आप उनकी टंग की पोजीशन को देखेंगे. Listen for heaviness of ta and check the ta and dal details, that they are pronouncing these two letters. It will be lightly or not lightly. Okay, correct mistake immediately, thought repetition. Okay, that's the main part. When the pronunciation was be clear, that means that our work is done. Now we talk about quick revision. What we learned in this lesson. The first thing we learned in this lesson, if you have to see, all three letters share one makhraj. Number 2, the tongue touch the gum radish behind the upper teeth. Ta and dal would be light, but to is full of heaviness, the tafkhim letter. And the tongue must be remain inside the mouth. आपकी टंग जो है वो माउथ के अंदर ही से ये साउंड रिलीज करेगी फ्रेंड्स. और नंबर एंड का जो है वो यही है आप सबके लिए सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है माय फ्रेंड्स. Raising the back of the tongue and essential for pronouncing to correctly. Again मैं आप लोग को बता देती हूँ the posture and their details. If you see that the first posture, this is the ta posture. You have to clear pronounce ta. Face ta, ta, ta. The ta pronunciation, it's very lightly. Okay, pronounce ta in a light weight. Pronounce ta in a clear sound. So pronounce ta is a clear sound, and every time you are pronouncing ta, you have let your tongue to the upper side, upper gum side area, and don't protrude the touch the incisor area, and अपनी जो है ज़बान की टिप ऑफ द टंग को दांतों के आगे धंसाना नहीं है, दांतों के नीचे रखना नहीं है, दांतों के पीछे यानी ब्लड एज एरिया के यानी गम एरिया के पास जस्ट द टिप ऑफ द टंग टच ऑफ द ब्लड रेंज एरिया. And you have to see that the pronunciation it will be clear, my dear friends. And I give you the 3 tips. Keep the tongue inside the mouth, release the sound clearly. And another tip,